If you're a producer and you're afraid of rappers stealing your beats, what is wrong with you? You want rappers to steal your beats. Someone sent me this video. It's a guy claiming that you should let all artists steal your beats because this is actually a good thing. Let's watch. Oh yeah, shout out to Elite on the Beat. He's the one that requested that I cover this video. So if this video flops on YouTube, it is his fault.
Here's why it's essentially a good thing if somebody steals your beat and posts it on DSPs without your permission. So let's be honest and real for a second here. 9 times out of 10 when you place a beat, it goes nowhere, it does nothing, it generates no money. The only money that comes in is off the lease. If you're a smaller producer, you're probably charging $50 to $100 a lease. Okay, that's decent bread. But also, a lot of artists, especially established artists, they don't want to pay no lease price.
Okay.
They want to take the beat, they want to drop it, they want to give you equity. And a lot
That's not a bad thing. That's actually a lot better.
of times they won't even do the splits. They don't even cut you in. They don't even tell you when the fucking song is dropping. You just...
I wouldn't say most times this happens. I would say more than it should, but there are ways around that. There are ways to still collect your royalties, and you can obviously just get the song taken down if they're completely unwilling to give you any equity into something that you created and therefore own the copyrights to.
Let's look at the situation with Juice WRLD and Sting for a second, right? So Juice WRLD got this hit song, Lucid Dreams. Shit goes up all over the country, pretty much an international hit. And the guitar on that song, Sting. Most people in the game know this, but you know, a lot of people may not. And what did Sting do? Did they hit the lawyer immediately, start going after Juice WRLD's neck? No, these guys are industry vets. They played it smart. They watched, they waited, they were patient.
I don't actually think that's what happened at all.
That song was a savings account. High interest savings account. So when an artist doesn't negotiate the splits with the producer up front, all of the leverage is in the producer's hands.
At the beginning, he said, let's be honest. So let's be completely honest here. All right. I am not Nick Mira. I'm not Juice WRLD. I'm not Taz Taylor. I made a video talking about this stuff, and Taz Taylor reached out and said, yeah, you're right. You hit the nail on the head, something to that effect. But I'm not going to speak for them. But I will tell you the facts about this. You are not Sting. Sting is worth $500 million at least. Sting has been in the music business for longer than we've been alive. Sting has been signed to the biggest label on the planet longer than we've been alive. That comes with certain levels of access to people. That comes with the financial resources to purchase the top legal resources. Sampling something that is owned by a major record label is a lot different from stealing a beat off of YouTube from a small producer. These situations are not at all comparable. You don't have the connection Sting has. You are not Sting. Don't look at Sting and say, oh, if he can do it, I can do it. That Juice WRLD record was a diamond song. Diamond. 10 million.
So essentially, they just gave you the keys to the deal by not doing business properly. Now, your job as a producer is just to wait there. Just wait. It's a win-win, right? Because if the song
I want to hear how this is a win-win.
doesn't go up, okay, you just gave this artist a beat for free. Hopefully,
Wait a minute.
it's a good artist that you're building a relationship with. And they didn't make any money on the song anyway, you know what I mean? So no harm, no foul.
I didn't give the artist the beat. In this scenario, the artist stole the beat from me, and I'm just lying in wait until the song blows up and hits 10 million sales, which of course happens all the time, right? So now he's moving the goalpost. Okay, let me understand what he's saying. It's a win-win because if the song doesn't blow up, then you built a relationship by allowing someone to rob you. And if it does blow up, now you get to fight a legal case. That actually doesn't sound like a win-win. That sounds like a lose possible win. Am I crazy? Leave a comment if I'm crazy. Not if I'm crazy, if I'm wrong about this.
But at the end of the day, if the song does go up, you as a producer have all of the negotiating power at that point.
So here's my issue with this video. I noticed that he never speaks from experience. He speaks about experiences he wasn't even a part of, like the Sting versus Juice WRLD situation. I'm automatically going to be skeptical about anyone that speaks with authority in absolutes about a situation that they themselves cannot provide firsthand experience in. I'll say this, most producers never get a hit song. They never go gold, they never go platinum, but you are still more likely to achieve a hit song by sending beats directly to artists than you are just uploading beats to YouTube and praying that someone steals the tagged versions by ripping them straight off of the platform. Look, if you upload a bunch of free for profit beats on YouTube and your channel blows up and the beats go viral, you can make a lot of money off of the ad revenue. You can also put in your terms that the artist has to split equity on both sides of the copyright. So the sound recording copyright that the distributors are going to pay out, as well as the underlying copyright that you're going to collect off, like, mechanicals and performance royalties, etc. off of. And even if they don't cut you in, at least on the underlying composition side, you can register that to yourself through your publisher, through your PRO, create a conflict if they've already registered the title themselves incorrectly by cutting you out. And you can also use legal resources, either cease and desist letters. If they don't want to negotiate, you hit them with a DMCA claim and get the song taken down. I bet they're going to start wanting to come to the negotiations table when you do that. So there are ways to make money with that approach, but he didn't name any of them. Just putting beats out and hoping they get stolen and turned into a hit song is nuts, because 87, as he said, most songs never go anywhere. So why are you encouraging people to, rather than get paid an upfront leasing fee, just release the songs out there? If the outcome's going to be the same either way, why would you encourage producers to not get something for them to help pay bills every month? 87% of all songs uploaded to the streaming platforms don't even break the 1,000 stream threshold that Spotify has set in place in order for you to make your first cent off of their streaming. That means the vast majority of all music that's released on these streaming platforms generates zero money. So personally, I wouldn't take his advice, but if you do, that's on you. Let's talk about getting beats stolen. Let's talk about me getting a beat stolen. I can actually speak on this because it's happening to me right now. A company stole my beat. An artist stole my beat, but the company allowed him to. Made a video about it. Rapper leases my beat, runs it through Content ID through a distributor. The distributor claims they own it now. I filed a dispute. YouTube was like, we can't do anything because the distributor is saying they still own it. Bad situation to be in. Let me explain. A lot of producers don't want to upload their beats to YouTube because of this, because they're afraid they're going to get stolen. But they're wrong, and I'll explain why. Mostly because if you upload a beat anywhere, where do you think it's going to end up? It's going to end up on YouTube anyway. So why not get the jump on them? There's a reason for this, and I'll reveal that in a second. But so I do appreciate all the comments I got from obviously well-adjusted, classically attractive, wealthy dudes who claim that the only reason my beat was getting stolen was because karma for criticizing generative AI platforms all the time. But the bad news for them is, well, I won. Like I said I was going to. This particular win just took longer than normal. So let me explain how I did it if you ever find yourself in this situation, which you probably will, because things are getting nastier every single day with these distributors, man, I swear to God. So the reason I said being afraid to upload beats to YouTube is the wrong way to look at it is because of this. Content ID is everywhere, but it's especially within YouTube. Content ID is a system that identifies music owned by a copyright holder. So if you're the copyright holder, Content ID will go after people that are uploading your music without permission. At least that's what it's supposed to do. But what happens is people will, if you're a producer, people will lease your beat, make a song to it, then run that song through Content ID, which means that what they're doing is claiming ownership of your beat as well as their lyrics. So what happens is the distributor asserts their ownership over this track that you actually own. You get a Content ID claim, you get demonetized, your money is going to them, or worse, which is what happened to me, they remove your video from the platform entirely. But the good thing about YouTube is that at very least, and this is why I upload all of my beats to YouTube. I mean, I upload my beats to YouTube because of marketing, but this is the other reason I keep all my beats uploaded to YouTube, is because if an artist takes my beat, runs it through Content ID, I get notified, I get a copyright claim. Now that's not great, but what it tells me is that, one, this artist is doing it. It tells me the name of the song, and it tells me the name of their distributor. And YouTube, unlike TuneCore, unlike Facebook, unlike Instagram, they allow me to dispute that claim immediately. So 9 out of 10 claims I win right away, just by asserting my ownership, explaining to YouTube that yes, the person did license the beat on a non-exclusive basis. However, I retain all of my rights, and so therefore you should remove the claim against me. That usually works. This time it didn't work. So here's what happened. Rapper did it to me, and I got a claim that Vydia own the beat. Vydia is a distributor. You may be familiar with Vydia because Vydia was in the news recently for what they did to poor Murphy Campbell. Murphy Campbell is a musician, and Vydia allowed some AI bro to steal her musical identity, her voice, her style, her sound, run it through probably Suno, release a bunch of music, make claims against her, and effectively attempt to destroy her entire music career. Now, eventually, and this is the video, I'm not going to play it, but this is Murphy Campbell. She chronicled the whole ordeal here. Shout out to Joanne Reed. Vydia has since withdrawn every single one of their copyright claims, thanks to the support I received from this video. So here's the thing. Vydia finally did the right thing because Murphy Campbell did so much to bring attention to this situation. They wouldn't have done a goddamn thing if her information hadn't gone viral. I don't think they would have. And the reason I think that is because of this. I showed this in my last video. So if you're ever in a situation where you file a dispute against a copyright claim on YouTube and the distributor rejects it, which is what happened here, this is what I type in YouTube. I type in DMCA and then I type in the name of the distributor. I'm sorry, I said YouTube, I meant Google. Name of the distributor is Vydia, because I could do this with any distributor. Watch DistroKid. Here, I could submit it. I get information on how to submit DMCA takedowns, because if someone is stealing my shit and they're not going to honor the dispute, the very valid dispute I have, then I'm gonna have to go nuclear. I'm gonna have to hit that red button and get their song taken down. So let's go back to Vydia. So I click on submit a copyright takedown notice. Now, I should just be able to click here, enter my information, my name, a statement asserting that I am the owner of this content, my phone number, etc. So I click on it, and it takes me right back to their homepage. I just go on this infinite loop where I'm just clicking. They don't care. So what I had to do was, I had to go up to, where did I have to go? I had to go all the way down here. This whole situation sucked. I had to go click on support, create a request, and I had to type all of this stuff out here. I included screenshots, etc. Now, eventually they got back to me and they sent me this long ass thing about how, I need to provide them a legitimate agreement that entitles me to the mentioned content. Bitch, it's mine. What the fuck? I provide all the damn information. I point them to the direction of a particular stipulation in the BeatStars agreement, because they leased it off of BeatStars. I attached the BeatStars agreement. I sent the original link. I sent the infringing content. Here's what's ridiculous about this whole situation. I had to provide documentation showing that I own my beat, but the person that uploaded my beat to their platform and ran it through Content ID did not have to first submit documentation showing that they had the rights to do so. Now, why is the burden of proof on me and not the end user? My theory is that because they charge more for Content ID, they just want users to spend that money. And if they were to make it a more difficult process, fewer artists would spend that extra money. So my man Justin over at Vydia never responded, but YouTube did. And Vydia did actually eventually release that. And isn't it nice? Vydia has decided to release their copyright claim on your YouTube video. Fuck Vydia. Now, I shared this to Facebook, this story, big mistake, because everyone was giving me advice. People were telling me that I needed to contact a lawyer. People were telling me I needed to fly to France. People were telling me to go to the United States Patent and Trademark Office. Now look, the only real solution to this, and I showed this in another video, the only real solution is to use a system like a company like Hawk to register all of your beats through Content ID in advance so that no one can use that system against you. The reason I don't do that is, one, because if I use someone else's loop, and I collaborate with people all the time, Darrell Banks sends me loops, Dope Boy sends me loops, Dream Life sends me loops, Kavi sends me loops, I use Splice loops sometimes, I use my own loops. If I register, one, I'm not supposed to register any beats containing other people's third-party loops in my productions, because I'm just doing the same thing these rappers are doing to me. I'm claiming that I own the loop, and I don't own the loop. I'm just simply using it for my beat. So a lot of my beats I couldn't use. If I were to use my own loops and upload those, then anyone else using my loops would get struck. They'd get a copyright, not struck, claim, they get a copyright claim, demonetized. I don't want to do that to the people that buy my loops. Two, I have hooks in a lot of my beats. So anyone who I'm collaborating with, a singer that's writing hooks to my beats, I couldn't run those through a Content ID. Otherwise, I'm infringing on their copyrights. Three, even if I'm uploading just beats that I've made 100% myself, if anyone licenses a beat and doesn't reach out to me and says, hey, can you whitelist this before I put it on the DSPs? The distributor might not even allow them to upload it, because there will already be a claim on that track. Or at very least, when they upload it to YouTube, they instantly get a claim from me, and now they're mad because they don't understand what Content ID is. So they think that I'm pulling a fast move on them. My reputation goes down. I don't want to do that. Number 4, time management. If I'm uploading 5 to 10 beats a week, it's just a lot to deal with. If one of my beats gets licensed 10 times, that's 10 times I have to whitelist something, and I sell a lot of beats, so this would take a lot of time. But if you want to do this, absolutely do it. It's working for a lot of people. A lot of producers do this. So use a system like, I believe Cloud9 uses Hawk. He recommends that. But hey, I guess this is a win. Some people wanted to see me give a sad update. Some wanted to see me give a victorious update. I guess this is a combination of both, because the systems haven't changed, but at least I got my beat back. This is how you too can get your beats back if this ever happens to you. Appreciate you watching. Much success to you. Peace.